Anyone sitting here, please let me know why we should learn value of supply. Why it is so very important as far as computation and calculation of GST is concerned. Okay. Now let us give few example. Suppose there is a product of mobile phone, and when we go to Borivali, Indraprasth, basement, there are more than 50 shopkeepers which deals with mobile phone only. Yes or no? Have you seen? Any of you have seen that? Yes or no? Tell me. So one particular shopkeeper is selling that same mobile. Suppose we talk about Vivo, one model. Vivo model, one shopkeeper is selling at 10,100. Other shopkeeper, same mobile, with same configuration. And for the competitive market, you'll find this kind of things happening. Other is selling at 10,000. Third is selling at 10,300. So government will collect the tax for the same product at what price? Whether 10,000, 10,100, 10,300. Tell me. So you do not have answer for that. That is why section 15 is there. That's why value of supply has been given so much importance in CGST Act under section 15. This was one case study. Now let us take another case study. Many a times you have seen that mobile phone has been getting exchange. If you'll give the old mobile phone, and suppose the mobile phone, as just now I told, costing rupees 10,000, for the old mobile phone they will give 1,000 ka discount or 2,000 ka discount. Yes or no? Have you come across this kind of options available by the seller? For the old product you will get certain discount. Of course, product should be in working condition. Everywhere it is there. May it be television, may it be AC, may it be washing machine. Have you come across this kind of adjustment or kind of offer? If you are buying the new product and if you are submitting your old product, they'll give you some amount ka discount. I'm taking your own example of mobile phone. That will be more viable for you. Yes or no? Sometime 500, sometime 1,000, sometime 1,500. Yes or no? I'm not getting any answer in chat box. I'm not getting your answers in chat box. Okay. So the second case study what I have asked just now was regarding, suppose you are getting the exchange offer and certain amount of discount. Say for example, same mobile phone, and if I am giving the old mobile phone, they are giving us 1,000 rupees ka discount. So I paid only 9,000 to them. So what value we should consider, 9,000 or 10,000, on which they will pay the tax to the government? Because shopkeeper got only 9,000. For 1,000 rupees, I have given old mobile phone to them. What is your answer? Again, you are unable to get me the answer. Okay, Mohit told me, Krishna told me. So for that, no, 9,000 is absolutely wrong answer. For that only we have section 15, which talks about value of supply. Many a times you have learned in your F5 and SY level regarding we are selling the and sending the goods to consignee, we are selling and sending the goods to branch, we are transferring the goods to different departments, and those goods has been sent sometime at cost price, sometime at invoice price, sometime with loading, sometime without loading. And many a times we have seen in the consignment that consignee is in a position to sell it, the goods is beyond the invoice price and getting extra or additional commission. So now, what will be considered as value of supply? The cost price, the loading to be included, the invoice price, or the price at which the consignee has sold the goods. I mean, supply, goods or services, anything will be feasible. For that, again, we have section 15, which talks about value of supply. So try to understand. See, this is very vital segment of computation of tax, because until unless you know the value, then subsequent thing is very simple. You know the tax rate, you will apply the tax rate, you multiply that, you will get the amount taxable or payable, and you know the due date. Next month ka 20th is the due date. You ask your client or you yourself is going to pay the tax. The subsequent part is very simple. But to understand this, what to be included, whether loading to be included, whether the actual selling price to be included, whether discount to be included, whether that other than consideration, other than cash to be included or not, we have to learn section 15, which talks about value of supply. And value of supply is the base for computation of GST. Because once the value is there, just apply the tax rate, you will get the amount of tax payable to the government. Yes or no? Yes or no? So that is why today we are going to learn the very important chapter of CGST Act under section 15, which talks about value of supply for goods or services. Let us proceed further. Once again, I'll give you the table which comprises different subsection of section 15, which talks about how section 15(1) is going to compute or going to consider for value of supply, section 15 subsection 2, section 15 subsection 3, likewise. And one more thing, I'll go for section 15, I would like to explain to you all. You know, earlier what was happening, there was a taxability on product, on goods. Okay. So what the businessman used to do, say for example, Kamaldeep is selling the product to Krishna. Okay. From Punjab, it is reaching to the Kanyakumari. So the product, what they are dealing with, that was LCD. So, you know, in LCD, you have to have lot of packing, lot of transportation, lot of care, because otherwise it is going to damage. So what they used to do, suppose the LCD is worth rupees 50,000, packing, other transportation, other administrative cost is 20,000. So they were making the bill in different way. They were making the bill product as 20,000 and other administrative charges as 50,000. So from the buyer, from Krishna, is going to collect all 70,000, but for payment of tax, he is going to consider only 20,000. So there also government has made lot of restriction, and every cost is a part of value of supply under section 15. So these all things we are supposed to learn in section 15 of CGST Act 2017. As just now I told you, here we have section 15 subsection 1, section 15 subsection 2, section 15 subsection 3. I'm explaining also, and please keep a note like this only. See how your seniors were keeping the notes. Date, page number, what is explained over there, etc., etc. So section 15 subsection 1, all of you start writing. Please don't waste your time. It's very vital and very important. I'm just explaining how these tables to be incorporated. This table of rule is pertaining to subsection 4 and 5. This discount wala table is pertaining to subsection 3. So if you want, you can write here only as per your convenience. I'm just telling you. Wherever you found comfortable, you can take down, no problem. So section 15 subsection 1, value of supply is transaction value. That is what I told you. It is immaterial. Someone is selling at 10,100, someone is selling at 10,200, someone is selling at 10,000. Whatever they are selling at, I am going to consider at transaction value. And they'll be liable to pay tax on that value. Okay? So whatever you will consider as a transaction value, we will be going to charge tax on that. So condition for the transaction value is what? Recipient and supplier should not be related person, and price is the sole consideration. Other than price, if you have taken something else, that will be included. So this much only is explained under section 15 subsection 1. Under section 15 subsection 2 is what? Value of supply includes what? Tax other than GST. Other than GST, whatever you have taken will be considered as value of supply. Payment by recipient on behalf of supplier. Incidental expenses, as I told you, any packing, even after sale services should be incorporated here. Interest, late fees, that also should be included here. And on the total value, you will be liable to pay tax, because this value will be considered as value of supply. Okay? You but exclude the subsidies if it is given by central government or state government. That to be excluded. So I have explained you section 15 subsection 1. I have explained you section 15 subsection 2. For subsection 2, again there is a next slide which talks in detail, which describe in detail. And then we have, if there is a discount, there are two type of discount. One discount is before raising the invoice, other discount is after raising the invoice. So before raising, suppose 1 lakh ka supply was there, you have made the 5% ka discount. So the value of supply is 95,000, CGST is 9,500, SGST is 9,500, and total value will be considered as 1,14,000. Now after raising the invoice, suppose I want to give the discount, then in such cases you have to make the debit note and credit note, and you have to also adjust the ITC. So suppose we sold the goods for 1 lakh, and then now I want to give them the discount. So what I will do, from 10,000 I will reverse those things. So I will deduct 5,000. Now the value is 95,000. Okay. Again, 500 ka ITC I'm going to adjust with CGST, 500 ka ITC I'm going to adjust with SGST, and debit note and credit note I will take subsequently, and finally again the value of supply is 1,14,000. So that is pertaining to this star regarding discount. This is explanation under section 15 subsection 3. Under section 15 subsection 3. So section 15 subsection 1 I have discussed with you. Section 15 subsection 2 I have discussed with you. Section 15 subsection 3 I have discussed with you. Now section 15 and subsection 4, section 15 and subsection 5 together I would like to discuss. If the value of supply is not determined as per provision of section 15 subsection 1, or some notified supplied, if we want to valued, that we have to take it as chapter 6 of CGST Act, and with these 6 rules of CGST Act we can value those product, and that will be value of supply. What this 6 rule states: if the consideration is not money only, okay, just now I told you, for the exchange offer, apart from money you have collected the mobile phone also. In such cases, whatever the open market value is there and non-monetary consideration will be considered as consideration, and that is why the taxability was not on 9,000, but taxability was, the value of supply was 10,000. That is as per chapter 6 rule 1 of CGST Act. Rule 2, if they are related person other than agent and you are supplying the goods, then open market value, okay, or likely to the quantity or goods as per rule 5 and 4 we will consider. 4 and 5 is what? Whatever the cost of production or cost of acquisition is there, uska 110% to be considered as value of supply. 110% will be considered as value of supply. And residual method you have seen when you are regularly paying. In section 13 also we had, in section 12 also we had, a regular payment of tax is done. Whatever the value you will consider will be taken as value of supply. If they are agent, then we have to follow rule 3. Whatever the selling price by agent, just now I told you an example of consignee. If they are selling beyond the invoice price, then whatever the price they are selling will be considered as value of supply, or at least 90% of the value, okay, If it is independent priority price, whichever is less to be considered as value of supply if they are an agent. If they are an agent as per Rule 3 of Chapter 6 of CGST Act. And Rule 6 is for basically Forex, foreign exchange transaction, buying rate, selling rate of foreign exchange values, and at the rate of 1% extra value will be considered as value of supply. This is how your section 15, which is very important, discuss about how to compute the value of supply for goods and services in CGST Act. 15.1, 15.2, 15.3 table is here, 15.4 and 5 table is here. Take down, be quick. And once it is done, please let me know. Other than Archana Singh, everyone is writing. She is talking to someone. Completed, dear student. 15.1 talks about transaction value to be considered, provided recipient should not be related person, and only the price should be sole consideration. Nothing, no exchange, nothing to be considered. 15.2 include everything. For 15.2, I will take you to the next slide also, which is very important. This one. Everything literally you have to include. Everything. Okay. 15.3 regarding discount before and after. Just now I have explained. In both the cases, there is no change. Ultimate value of supply is 1,14,000 only. And other than this, you have to follow these 6 rules, which are very vital, very important for computation for value of supply under section 15 of CGST Act. Kindly complete and let me know so that we can proceed further. And next week we will start practical question based on valuation of supply. Completed. Kindly take the screenshot because next slide also is very important and vital for all of us. That will be more useful for computing the value. Have you taken the screenshot? Okay, thank you. The next part, please take down this one. Very important. Literally, we have to add everything. Take down this. This is very important. Or take the screenshot later on, put it in your notebook. You have only 1.5 minutes.